Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jenny Ashton and I want to share with you today a little peek into my freezer. A lot of you have mentioned you want to see what have I done in there to make my life easier, to make it easier to eat healthy, even on the go, even when you're really busy. And if you don't know me, if you haven't seen one of my videos yet, my name is Jenny Ashton. I'm a Faster Way to Fat Loss coach, and what that means is I lead small groups of people through a wonderful online training course that gives you nutrition education, wonderful, efficient, fast workouts, mindset training, support and accountability, all the things you need to reach your health and fitness goals. So one of the questions that I get asked probably the most is, how do I do it when I'm so busy? How does one get healthy, cook healthy meals, even when life is so crazy? And sometimes we get home late from work and we're just tired and overwhelmed, but we want to eat healthy. So how do I do it? So one of my top tips I'm actually going to share with you today is organization. Even if maybe we don't want to meal prep, maybe we don't want to cook everything ahead for the whole week, maybe that's too much, or maybe we don't like leftovers, that's okay too. But one of the things that really will help anybody, no matter what your situation, is organization. If we know how to find what we have, we're going to be much more likely to use it, and it's going to be much faster and easier to use it. So I'm going to give you a little tour of my freezer right now because I just organized it myself. I was finding, even for myself, I was going in there and it was like my world was collapsing on me. It was so overwhelming. Stuff was just piled in there. It just, it's busy and I just threw stuff in there and it was impossible to find anything. And I kind of knew what was in there, but I couldn't remember half the stuff in there. Even if I knew it was in there, I couldn't get to it in the back. It was becoming really impossible. So I decided to take an hour, and actually in reality, it only took me, honestly, about 25 minutes to do this. So it doesn't have to be a time-consuming big project, but I went in, I organized, and let me tell you, the difference is night and day. I'm so much happier, and it is making dinner preparation a breeze because everything is at my fingertips. So come on in, let me show you what I did. I'm gonna turn this around and you're gonna see I do not have a fancy freezer. I have an old fridge, it's a small freezer. I don't have a ton of room, I don't have a ton of space, but it can be done. No matter what your situation, it can be done. So let me show you what I have here. Doesn't that look nice and organized? So I'm gonna bring you closer and I'm gonna tell you what everything is. So what I did is, first bin here is my meat and seafood. So that's anything that needs to be cooked, meat and seafood. I have it all nice and organized in this little bin. I can just pull the bin out, put it on the counter, pull out what I wanna make, and then throw it right back in there. And I have to say, these plastic bins, I love them. Oh my goodness. I'm not a big person on plastic, but for the freezer where you don't want things to break and crack, the plastic is amazing. And you can get these things so cheap at like Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, totally amazing. Okay, next thing I have here is my fruit basket. So these are all my frozen fruits. I also freeze coconut milk into ice cube trays when I don't use up a whole can of coconut milk. But I have all different fruits here, all ready for smoothies, to throw in yogurt, whatever it is that I might need. Next container is my veggies. So again, I can pull this whole thing out nice and easy, throw it on the counter, pick out what I want, and then put it right back in there. It slides right back in. This is just my ice cube trays. I actually have a much larger collection of ice, what do they call it? Anyway, the little ice things that you put in your cooler. but I found it was taking up way too much room in the freezer. So I threw a bunch of them into the downstairs freezer, so they're out of the way. These are just the ones I use for every day. This is my blueberries because we are a blueberry obsessed family and there's no way we could fit them in the fruit bin. But the rest of what's in here is simply prepared foods. So these are all foods that I can just pull it out, throw it in the fridge to defrost. These are all things that are already prepared. Now I'm going to show you what's on the door. So on the door, I have my seeds here. I have a couple of things that I got from Trader Joe's to try that I want to make sure I try soon, because next time I go, I want to be able to buy them if I really like them. And then these are foods, again, that are just prepared, that are ready to grab and use real quickly. My butter, things like that, that I want to have visible. And that is it. So that's it. Not a big deal. It was super easy to do. The only thing I would say is I had some plastic bins and then I picked up a few other ones at Home Goods or Marshall's because I knew I wanted to do this. So it took a little bit of maneuvering just to figure out which bins fit well with others. Once I had the sizes right and just pulled everything out and saw which items fit the best in which bin, it was a breeze. And let me tell you, it is so enjoyable to use. I highly recommend organize your freezer if it's time to do that. You're gonna be so glad you did. And let me tell you, your husband's reaction when he gets home will be pretty good too. Ulysses was so excited when he opened up the freezer. You should have seen his face. It was awesome. So I hope this helps. Let me know if this is a tip that helps you. If you enjoy coming into my kitchen, I would love to share more tips with you. And please share this with a friend who would also enjoy it. Have a wonderful day and happy cooking.